check flag and the winner! You've just witnessed an absolute ripper!
In the field last week is Davis, Alex! 23 so far. Very close right now. Lexley Underwood.
Jorgensen, she'll grab the checkered flag.
In the hands of the starters. Your Queensland title is go. Jorgensen is second, hot on his tail right now.
Rip on the left through 1 and 2. Oh, little rock there for Brody.
G'day Speedway fans and welcome to another Top 10 Highlights for 2023. Alex Loughton here from Power Forward Media alongside Nathan Rammbo Ramm, our infield commentator. Nathan, a big year that was.
Yeah, once again 2023, absolutely turning it on here at Cairns Speedway, and boy, one for the ages.
I felt like the highlights came from more different angles this time. I didn't know where to look.
Yeah, definitely all around the shop this year. A lot of lap records, a few big spills that we know the crowd loves, but definitely not your normal top 10 highlight reel this year. Got a few interesting ones on the list.
Fantastic. And Thunder in the cane fields, the drivers came from further than just southeast Queensland this time.
Yeah, so a lot of interstate drivers this year. Obviously Ryan Farrell, the ex-Australian champ from WA. Domain Ramsey out of Victoria, running one of the most professional teams in the country. Great to have them up here in North Queensland.
And how would you say their taste when they left here? Will they be coming back for more next year?
Yeah, definitely. Sounds like Domain will be returning with a few more cars as well, and hopefully Ryan Farrell will come back in the Talbot racing machine.
All right, let's get straight into it. Coming in at number 10 for the Super Sedans, and you couldn't go past Harry Doyle at the Thunder in the cane fields. Won all 5 heats and smashed out the feature race, and even had something a little on the finish line, Nathan.
Yeah, so it was great to see the North Queensland champ returning back here to the Totally Workwear Cairns Speedway, and that's right, a clean sweep through all 5 heats, taking out the feature race, and unfortunately blowing up an engine pretty much across the line.
Yeah, absolutely. Won all his heats by at least 6 seconds ahead of the next driver, so he really dominated.
Yeah, as you would expect out of the NQ1, putting it to obviously Pascal and Jordan last year, and good to see Super Sedans returning for a second year here at Cairns Speedway. Just a building year, and hopefully we'll see them back out.
So the numbers for next year, they were saying they're going to rebuild a lot of their engines, and they're expecting a few more drivers for next season.
Yeah, so a few new cars out of Townsville and Mackay as well, and I think we'll see a lot of the Southern cars returning with some better planned dates coming in 2024.
Yeah, absolutely, and it finished on the tail end of their other season down south as well.
Bit of a fire underneath the 31. The guys popped the bonnet. Harry, you're a bit rough on the equipment, brother. What a drive, what a weekend.
Thanks, mate. I think that's all she wrote, eh? I don't know what happened there. I just come around for the flag on the last lap and it just went brrr, so might have done the engine. But just like to give a big thanks to Mum and Dad, all the sponsors, CQ Auto Tin, Bob McClosker from McClosker Contracting, Craig Arnold, Jason Lost Transport, Queensland. Everyone that helps out, massive thanks.
As long as Cairns Speedway keeps running, I'm sure that Harry Doyle's just going to keep coming back and back and back. This thing is electric around here. We've got a certain love affair happening with the place at the moment, and how good to put on a show in front of a great crowd.
Yeah, mate, it's a pretty top effort to come here and do that after the North Queensland title about a year ago with Pascal and Jordan. But I'd love coming here, and I'll always come back up, and hopefully we can figure out this issue soon.
Great job, mate. Congratulations on the win, and we can't wait to see you back here soon.
Thanks, mate.
Come on, Cairns, put your hands together for Harry Doyle.
And a big shout out to Peter Wright, raising $5,000 for prostate cancer. That's a big initiative for the whole season.
Yeah, definitely great for him to do that, $5,000 to a great cause. Coming in at number 9 on our top 10 shootout, Dave Keating in the Formula 400s. His rookie season, debuting the new car. Struggled with a few engine issues pretty much all season long, but definitely put it together towards the end.
So first year, Nathan, you tell me, how hard is it for a driver to make continual improvements and get a feature win at the end of the year?
Well, it was a big jump for Dave, stepping out of dirt karts into a Formula 400, a massive difference. Obviously suspension, bigger motor, a roll cage around you, and a lot faster pace. So he did an excellent job getting the car sorted after fixing them issues and getting his first ever win.
And not only that, is the Cairns Championship winner crowned at the awards night.
Yes, taking out the title in his rookie season, unreal.
Starting to come alive late in tonight's feature. Could he turn his night around? It's been one I'm sure he'd rather forget. Right now looking sensational. He loses a little bit of ground there on Keating. The top 3 very close right now. With 3 laps remaining here in the final race of the year here for our Formula 400s at the Totally Workwear Cairns Speedway. It'll be 2 to go this time, and Dave Keating is right there. Behind Ryan Pollock up the inside. They make contact down the main straight. Dave Keating to the lead. I'm sure that was pretty hairy in an open wheel race car. But they both get out of it unscathed. You can see something flying around on the front right-hand side of Ryan Pollock's machine. Hopefully nothing too serious, and he'll continue. There's a mistake there from Keating. Pollock's still right there, so Keating makes 2 mistakes in turn 4. And the white flag's out, 1 lap left to go. It's anyone's race at this point. And Dave Keating looking to grab his first feature race win. I'm sure his wife watching anxiously up in the crowd. He'll get it done. Dave Keating takes home the Formula 400 feature race win. Ryan Pollock home in second. Justin Lee home in third. And Owen Duffy home in position number 4. Dave Keating will be over the moon about that. Jump in victory lane here thanks to PSC Fabrication for making that one up. He won the second heat race of the night. Topped it off with his first feature race win here in the Formula 400 division. After stepping out of go-karts into the O'Brien's old rig. He'll get him a second to take off his helmet. Big smile on his face. Dave, congratulations. Big sigh up there. Congratulations, mate.
Thanks, Rammbo, for a bit of a rough start for the year and everything with this car and that. Bit of advice from Glenn and Ralph from Kart City and Underwood there. It's, yeah, and help from Bally down there at Jetco. Helping man, can't thank everyone enough for the first feature and for the end of the year. So, yeah, thanks. And just like to thank all the spectators coming out watching us, and obviously partner, of course, Commonwealth Bank for not rejecting my card every time I go and buy something for this thing. Thanks a lot, guys, for that. And yeah, just everyone in that, the Formula 400 club, mate. They're a great bunch of guys and that to get in with and that. I'll have a spare car next year I'm building and that for a come try car. So yeah, just keep having a look at Proper Job Racing on Facebook and yeah, you'll see the progress from there. Thanks.
Coming in at number 8 for the Formula 500, Lexi Underwood. Nathan had a very consistent year and really finished strong.
Yeah, so great to see both Underwood girls actually back at the races consistently. Obviously, we saw Lexi get that fairy tale win last year, and good to see her keeping it going into 2023. And at times, the Underwood's 3 cars on the racetrack, awesome to see. A
massive effort, and what a great contribution from a family that's put so much into the Speedway to have all that action unfold for us right before our eyes.
Yeah, 100%. And great to see Formula 500s are continuing to build numbers back up here at Cairns Speedway.
So we look forward to more Formula 500s joining the fold and bringing that excitement. There's nothing better than so many 500s going around with that high whiz whirring sound on the green flag drop. Nothing better, so we can't wait to see more numbers in the 500 soon.
The weekend doesn't get much better than this. Lexi Underwood brings home feature race final on night number 2. Mitch Whitmore home in second, checking in his best lap of the race with a 13.782. But it was all Lexi Underwood once again here on night number 2. Off the Hambledon Hotel Northern Nationals. She'll take home the feature both nights here in dominating fashion. So you won where it matters tonight. Clean sweep in the feature races over the weekend. Doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, no, it's been pretty good. It's good to have the car back on rails, and yeah, can't thank the guys in the back at the truck enough. I forgot to mention Mum last night, so I think I better say it now.
Fantastic. Hopefully we'll see you back here October 14th.
Yeah, hopefully, and I just want to say a massive congratulations to my sister for taking the track record off the Australian champ currently.
Fantastic. Congratulations. We'll see you back here in a few weeks' time.
Thank you.
Big hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Lexi Underwood.
And coming in on number 7, Ben Cross in our Super Street sedans, returning to racing for our Queensland title.
Absolutely, a seasoned campaigner. We hadn't seen him much this year or last year, but he's come back in, perfect timing for the Queensland title, and really put in solid effort all throughout the heats to get pole position at the feature race.
Yeah, so stamping his authority on his return back to racing here, qualifying first, starting on pole in the Queensland title, but the main event, obviously, his massive save behind us here in turn 4.
It was crazy. How hard is that, Nate, to actually correct a car like that when surely it was going over?
Yeah, so split second reaction time and great save from Benny Cross.
And we had our fans on the hill there in turn 4 recording on their phones as well, and you can really hear their excitement as Benny Cross was able to save that and keep it on all 4 wheels. Coming in at number 6 on the top 10 countdown for 2023 at the Totally Workwear Cairns Speedway is none other than the Townsville 25, Adam Jorgensen, who's newly nicknamed the Showman, and because of this, Nathan, coming from rear of field in the feature race to just about clinch the top step of the podium. Nathan, talk to me about what was the penalty that sent him to the rear of field?
So he was actually already charging through the field, come together with, I think, one or two other cars, unfortunately penalised, put to the rear once again, come through with a charge back to second place in the feature.
And I believe it was about 9 laps to go, or 10 laps to get it done. How do you navigate that in such quick succession? Is it just eyes on the prize?
Yeah, just skill and experience from the long-time racer of Adam Jorgensen. Like I said, out of Townsville, just a great racer in the Cortina, a fan favourite, and boy, it was exciting to watch.
And so much talk around not only the Cairns town, but further south for many weeks and months to come as the views kept going up on the content. It was just awesome to see, eclipsing just about all other content around that Thunder in the Canefields weekend. So it was just an incredible performance.
Yeah, unreal to see, and great action as you always expect out of the modified sedans.
And it set the stage for a tantalising modified sedan Northern Nationals later in the year as we check out Adam Jorgensen in the feature race on July 15.
In fourth, under attack at the moment from Jorgensen. The man from Townsville putting on a show. Has a good look on the inside of the 26 of Brady, can't get it done. Manley and Baker Jr. coming together out of 2, they stay clean and green. Brady Roberts doing a ripper job out front. Jorgensen gets underneath Manley. Moves himself to third. Brett Brady. Oh, what about that? Cairns up to second. Manley and Baker Jr. stuck together. White flag flies. 1 lap to run. Jorgensen closing in for the kill. Roberts doing a great job out front. Checkered flag at the ready. Roberts gets it. Jorgensen home for second. Dave Manley home for third. Oh my God. Cairns, you've just witnessed an absolute ripper. Jorgie putting on a show in the Cortina. Lights up the 18 Falcon. Come on, Cairns, get on your feet. You've just witnessed an absolute belter.
Did 26 shows this year, and it's been a mammoth effort by everybody.
You got one over Jorgie.
Finally got one over him. Christmas dinner's going to be fun.
And number 5, lap records. The amount of lap records broken this year was insane.
Unbelievable. So many to choose. And people didn't understand the enormity of it at the time until you review where those lap records have been held and how long, and then to break that. So Livy Jorgensen from the junior sedans broke the lap record twice, Nathan.
So broke it at the start of the season, then broke her own record again later on. So unreal from the young Townsville driver.
And was that in the NQ title as well, or a different time as well?
The first one I think was the NQ title, and then she broke it again later in the season.
Fantastic. Harry Doyle, of course, during Thunder in the Canefields, got the lap record. I'm not sure if it was Heat 2 actually, on night 1 to get the lap record for the Super Sedans. Weston Dallison, of course, during the qualifiers, I believe, able to get the lap record for the Pro Sprints. Adam Jorgensen, of course, during Thunder in the Canefields, broke the lap record for the modified sedans. And talk to me about this one, Nathan. Tessa Underwood. This is huge. So Tessa Underwood broke the lap record for the Formula 500s.
Yeah, and the reason that is such a big deal is because over the years, Formula 500s before Pro Sprint cars was one of our most contested classes here at Cairns. We had some such big names coming up here racing, and obviously the lap record she broke was from the current Australian champion, Dylan Beveridge. So that is a huge deal.
It's a massive achievement. And Lexi, during her feature race win, also said Congratulations to her sister. She was elated. So everyone was ecstatic. It was just a massive, and for her 6 lap records in 1 year, Nathan. It's massive.
Nearly unheard of.
And Nathan, talk to me about the track prep for the Rammbo night, for the Modified Sedan Northern Nationals. It really created something special.
Yeah, so obviously early in the week we did have a few showers and just gave our track prep crew the perfect opportunity leading up to the weekend to give us the perfect racetrack, and boy did it turn it on.
And comments from the New South Wales #1 and the Q1, Nathan McDonald. He was pretty impressed as well.
Yeah, so a hard, slick racetrack, really put on for some good racing. Obviously Tessa breaking the lap record that night. But we saw some 2-3 wide action here at Cairns Speedway. It was great to see.
Coming in at #4, it's the Pro Sprint Car class, but for some exciting reasons that sometimes I don't want to see them, but crashes just bring the crowd to their feet. And in this case, Thunder in the Cane Fields really delivered.
Yeah, it's exactly right. So obviously, there's no lying here. The crowd does love seeing the crashes. The crews don't. It costs them a lot of money, but thrills and spills, that's what Speedway's all about.
The kid has been unbeatable in 2023 so far. As we got huge contact across the line between Brian Walsh and Cameron King. That was a huge impact.
Now, night 1 of Thunder in the Cane Fields had some massive overs, and Brian Walsh certainly hit that wall hard right at the checkered flag.
Yeah, so in a tight battle with Cameron King, the two of them coming together across right in front of me here at the finish line. Definitely a massive crash. Another big one as well, Brody Davis over there in turn 2, while leading, coming through lap traffic together with Jared Desmarais, and boy, that was a big one.
Absolutely, caught from the platform, the infield, and the fans on the side. Brody Davis still able to collect a win for Thunder in the Cane Fields. That's how far in front he was.
He can do here in lap traffic. We saw how smart he was when they were deep in the field last week. Oh, Davis collects Jared Desmarais, and he's over in turns 2. That was a huge wreck.
But really spectacular action, actually, and they mentioned if it wasn't for the catch fence, hitting the catch fence first rather than hitting the concrete wall, that was the massive difference. That cushioned the blow and really made it quite a soft end.
Yeah, definitely saved his chassis, and that would have been a big killer for that team. Obviously running on a tight budget very successfully, but obviously catch fence coming in handy that night for sure.
Absolutely.
And coming in at #3, the Queensland champ Brody Davis, his domination in 2023, unheard of.
Absolutely, and only losing a feature race on the back of that crash, Nathan.
Yeah, exactly right. So like we said, coming through lap traffic, just a bit of unluck, and obviously split-second decisions. Racing is tough, and obviously Brody Davis got the worst of it that night. But other than that, clean sweep in 2023.
And speed class of your race leader, Brian Walsh. Brian is going to have a rear view mirror full of Brody Davis in just a moment. As Finglas gets the blue flag to hopefully get out of the way. Davis on the inside, new race lead against Brody Davis to the lead. But first feature race winner of the year, Brody Davis. Second ever feature race win. That race car looks phenomenal tonight. Brian Walsh will come across the line in second. Left to run. He makes it 3 from 3 in 2023. Kid
Davis makes it 3 from 3. The new season kicks off. Boy, has he come out swinging this year.
No one has been able to shut down the NQ51, your new Queensland champ of Brody Davis. He has been almost unbeatable. 6 from 6 in 2023. Sensational scenes.
It was hard for the drivers to catch him. I know early on in the season, Brian Walsh went around in turn 4, nearly having the feature race win, so Brody caught a bit of luck with that. Weston Dallison certainly felt like his car was moving pretty fast, and then he blew up an engine in one of the heats. So plenty of action that could have spoiled the fun for Brody Davis, but just found a way to win.
Yeah, exactly right. He certainly was challenged at time. It didn't come easy as you'd expect in such a highly contested pro sprint car class up here at Totally Workwear Cairns Speedway.
And certainly then sets the stage for him to set sail for down south on this next season for pro sprint cars, and we wish him all the best.
Lights the candles. And we are green once again. Brody Davis straight out to the race lead. Which is exactly what the rest of the field would not have wanted to see. Imagine what could have been if it wasn't for the incident on night #2 at Thunder in the Cane Fields. We could have been seeing a complete clean sweep here for the 2023 season. I do not know the last time that was done. But fantastic momentum leading into next year. Hopefully we'll see the team head down Avalon Raceway and compete in the Australian title for the Pro Sprint Car class. But the Queensland #1 has been nothing but sensational. But Brody Davis for the last time lights up the candles here at Cairns Speedway. Great effort, great way to respond. and stamp his authority in the pro sprint car class here at the Totally Workwear Cairns Speedway. The Queensland champ has only lost one race all year long.
Now, as we move towards the top two, Nathan, I want to ask you this. What makes a good highlight?
So obviously, crowd excitement. The crowd's got to love it. That's how you know it's a big deal. And obviously, when crews and teams and people down south are talking about it, that's how you know it is a big deal.
Fantastic. Now, with that, Nathan, number 2 on our highlights for the top 10 of 2023 at the Totally Workwear Cairns Speedway is Dan Pitchfork for the Queensland title for the Super Street Sedans.
So obviously taking out the 2023 Queensland title, but that was not the highlight of the night. His domination in the little charade was unreal to see.
Did anybody expect the tiny 4-cylinder to nearly lap the entire field, Nathan?
Yes, I don't think so. Obviously a little 4-cylinder front-wheel drive charade up against the big V8s, the big 6s, lapping nearly an entire field. So lapped all the way up to 3rd place. 2nd place was the only guy left safe that night.
And how far short was he of lapping that 2nd place?
Yeah, so right on the back there, Andrew McKeith, who come in 2nd, he nearly did it. He backed off towards the end there. He said temps were climbing, but an unreal effort from the little mighty charade.
And I don't think anyone would imagine a small car against the big boys of those bigger vehicles in the hustle bustle of 40 laps can muscle their way through. How did he do it?
He's a long-time driver. He's got a lot of experience and he knows how to set up a car. So he did buy the car cheap, but he put a lot of man hours into setting it up. A lot of science and stuff goes behind the front-wheel drive car. So it was awesome to see, and I don't think we're going to see something like that again for a long time.
Traffic cleanly. Look how fast the little charade is. Unbelievable scenes here at the Totally Workwear Cairns Speedway. Pat enjoying Goodman and Benny Cross. The Pitchfork out front. In control statement. Right now, he signed the papers. He owns the entire class. The little mighty charade. And he's got 2 laps to clear. 2 cars before he has lapped the entire field. I don't think this would ever have been done in the history of Super Street Sedans at a Queensland title. It'll be 7 to go this time around. We are getting to the pointy end of the Queensland title. The race that has been so hyped up this whole year. As our shade puts him high coming out of turn 4. Dan needs to be really careful as Brendan White's going to go to the infield. So down to 5. Cars here as Pitchfork clears. David Shade's going to dive it back up the inside of them and get on the brakes. So great heads up driving there for David Shade. 1 car left to lap here for Dan Pitchfork and 6 laps remaining here at the Cairns Speedway. As all cars dealing with lap traffic now. Can it survive another 5 laps here at the Queensland title? I'll tell you what, this is going to be a major upset if he gets this done. 5 laps left to run for Dan Pitchfork. He's got 1 car to pass before he laps the entire field around here at Cairns Speedway. The PSE Fabrication and Advanced Civil Earthworks Queensland title as he makes contact, Q1, I believed in him. His dad believed in him, his mum believed. He's going to have 1 lap left to go as he gets into the wall there. Keep it together, Dan. 1 lap left to go for your race leader, Dan Pitchfork, as the whole field. Ladies and gentlemen, you have witnessed history. Dan Pitchfork, 2023 Queensland title. Everyone counted the little charade out. The $5,000 car takes home your 2023 Queensland Super Street Sedan Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Dan Pitchfork. Up on the grandstand, ladies and gentlemen, on your feet. As he climbs on the roof, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Dan Pitchfork.
And how excited was he at the end of the race? He comes from a long line of racing history, had the year off or came back. You know, this must have been, even for him, he might have not seen this coming.
Yes, it's been a few years since he's actually been in the driver's seat. He ran in Formula 500s for a few years, disappeared for about 5 years, I believe. A lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, and great to see him returning back in 2023 and obviously taking out one of his career highlight wins.
Yeah, I think it was unexpected, but expected in the same sense. You know, it's always, everyone wants to believe that they can win a Queensland title, and you know, it's the first legitimate Queensland title that the Super Streets has had, being a sanctioned title by QSCA, and I never thought in a million years that I'd actually take it out, but you know, we had a game plan going into this, stay clean in the heats and hold off a little bit and then try and get out of the trouble in the feature. And you know, I kind of had the opinion that someone might have been knocking on my door the whole way, and I think that might have been what sort of fed me. But
so it was such a positive experience last year, Nathan. He's now moving up to bigger and better things.
Yeah, so unfortunately the Charade's gone, the little car I love's gone, but building a brand new FG Falcon, and he's going to cross-rego it in the modified sedan class and our Super Street class, so mainly racing mods next year, but he will return to Super Streets to defend his title.
So modified sedan Northern Nationals going to be in round 1 in 2024, so that means he'll be on show in the first event of the season.
Yeah, it's going to be great to see. And coming in at number 1, the top highlight of 2023 came at our Northern Nationals, was actually returned in 2023 after many years away. Coming out on top, Jono Collins returning to racing in a big way.
It was a massive double-header event, Nathan. It's so good to see that nostalgia come back and really received warmly by the crowds.
Yeah, it was great to see big crowds turning out both Friday and Saturday night. Obviously, the Queensland champ, Nathan McDonald, in-house, a lot of Southern drivers, but out on top, Jono Collins.
Into turn 1, Jorgensen in second. As Manly's around on the infield, Thomas collects him. And Brady parks it up there on the wall. Here, so Jono Collins and Jorgensen on pole. Once again, 30 laps, let's send them. On a slippery racetrack, look at Jorgensen searching for the wall straight away. Look at the speed out of the little Ford Cortina. 2 wide coming out of turn number 2. Jono Collins is going to lead him, so Collins' car sets up absolutely perfectly. Jorgensen is second, hot on his tail right now. I'm sure pulling tear off after tear off as the mud flicks up here, but Jono Collins will lead him around here for lap number 3. Adam Jorgensen runs in second right now. Stephen Manley runs in third. But Jono Collins doing a fantastic job of going through lap traffic. He's already cleared 2 cars. But Manley's going to park him in turn 3. We're going to go yellow. Yeah, let's go. 19 laps remaining in the 2023 Hamilton Hotel Northern Nationals. Collins' car looks to be set up especially well for the slick racing conditions. But the Cortina of Adam Jorgensen looking up the inside right now as they'll click over. Lap number 12 here, Jorgensen up the inside, 2 wide down the main straight. We'll go 2 wide into turn 1, Jorgensen takes over the lead. But I'm starting to see some puffs of blue smoke coming out of the T25 machine. Hopefully nothing serious and we see him battle it to the end. As I'm hearing some funny sounds coming out of the T25 as he drops down to a 16.877 that time round. So Collins falling off the tail end of your leader, Adam Jorgensen. The Townsville local, can the Cortina make it to the end? Still smoke coming out of the T25. Collins back there, his best lap of the race is 17.080, a second back off your race leader, Adam Jorgensen now. Go back to position number 3, Graham Kleinens out of Innisfail as well, he runs in 3rd. Jason Cummins, he runs in 4th. Brett Brady out of Innisfail as well, he's in position. Number 5 here, Andrew McKeith back to 6th. Grace Thomas, he's worked his way up to 7th now, I believe. As Kev Young getting shoveled back in a hurry, a possible issue. What looks to be for Kev Young. As Adam Jorgensen goes to the infield, that car was smoking for multiple laps. We've seen him have issues in the past, hopefully nothing detrimental on the Townsville 25, but just like that, the race lead is handed to the legend, Jono Collins. With 10 laps remaining, Cairns only 10 laps to go. Totally Workwear Cairns Speedway. White flag out, 1 to go for Jono Collins. What a way to return back to racing. The fairy tale coming alive right here at the Totally Workwear Cairns Speedway. Cairns, you have witnessed something magic here tonight. Jono Collins is your 2023 Northern Nationals feature race winner. The legend from Innisfail. Welcome back, Jono Collins.
Now the crowd really love the North Queensland local, but one of my proudest moments, Nathan, filming on the infield for that feature race win. It was so emotional, and just to be right in there to capture that emotion was just huge for me. Yeah. And hopefully the fans got to see that action as well.
Yeah, I think they definitely did. Obviously a lot of views on the YouTube channel as well, and a lot of people know Jono around here in North Queensland, so an emotional win for sure.
Totally Workwear Cairns Speedway and take out the 2023 Hamilton Hotel Northern Nationals.
Thank you very much. Bad luck for Jorgo, obviously. The we had something happen mechanically. Very lucky our Speedway managed to get that run with the rain, and thanks everybody for coming out and seeing us. Thanks to my parents, mum and dad, my daughters. This is very special. Sorry.
See the emotions, mate. We know how long you've been out of the driver's seat, and it is just so great to have you back here at the racetrack, mate. I can hear your family screaming up in the crowd there, and it's just a very special moment.
Yeah, and thanks to Ryan there for all his hard work. Sorry, that's it. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, put your hands together for John O'Collins. I'm sure he's going to go enjoy that win one more time. Thank you very much to the Hamilton Hotel for putting $10,000 up for grabs. It'll be John O'Collins going home on the top step off the podium.
And that caps off the #1 highlight for 2023 and unanimous vote for such an epic race won by John O'Collins. Now, it's tantalising, Nathan, because what if Adam Jorgensen's car didn't suffer that mechanical while he was ahead? What if Nathan McDonald's car didn't blow up an engine in one of the heat races before? Could we see all three of those in action racing for that top step of the podium?
Yeah, I think we definitely could have. The racing was so close, the times were close. Obviously, modified sedans putting on some of the best racing you're going to see on a dirt track oval, and I think we might just see something even better again in 2024.
Absolutely, and with that, the Cairns Speedway is very proud to announce that the Rammbo Hotel are back on board for the modified sedan Northern Nationals coming in May. This is going to be massive. This means that it is $5,000 to win for the modified sedan Northern Nationals right here in Cairns. And perfect timing, Nathan, for those drivers down south, looking at their calendars now for the tail end of their season down there, to come up for a tropical holiday.
Exactly right, so catching them at the end in May. What a way to kick off our season. So more prize money, more cars, more action. It's going to be spectacular.
And the Q1 and the New South Wales #1, Nathan McDonald, vowing to bring himself up as well as his mates, given such a positive experience before. This is a massive round one double header. It doesn't get much better than that. Well, what a fantastic way to end 2023 with our top 10 highlights of the Totally Workwear Cairns Speedway. And with that, we want to thank Totally Workwear Cairns for all their effort and naming rights sponsorship for the last 2 years. They now vacate the position of naming rights, leaving the Cairns Speedway open for expressions of interest for 2024 and beyond. We want to wish everyone a safe and happy New Year's Eve, and we'll see you bigger and better in 2024.